What if I told you? Right now, someone could be reading your credit card, cloning your car key, or listening through your laptop mic, and you'd never know. Sounds like a thriller movie, right? But this is your actual life in 2026. The good news? You can fight back. And it won't cost you a fortune. Today we're breaking down 20 insane privacy gadgets that hackers absolutely do not want you to know about. Links to every single one are in the description below. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. Gadget 1, Faraday Bags, Mission Darkness. Imagine this. You're walking through a mall. Someone 2 feet away just cloned your hotel keycard. Your phone location? Broadcasted. Your car fob? Copied. All without touching you. Sound paranoid? It's happening right now in cities across the US and Europe. Enter the Mission Darkness Faraday bag. Think of it like a vault in your pocket. It's made with military-grade Titan RF fabric that blocks every single signal, RFID, GPS, 5G, Wi-Fi, all of it. Dead. Gone. Toss your phone, your car fob, your passport in there, and you're invisible. Totally legal everywhere. Costs around $15 to $40 for a 4-pack. You'll wish you had this yesterday. Up next, something even thinner than your credit card and scarier. Gadget 2. RFID and NFC blocking wallets. Here's a question. Are you carrying a digital billboard in your pocket right now? Because your contactless cards and passport are constantly broadcasting. A Flipper Zero, that little dolphin device you've seen all over social media, can skim your card data from over a foot away. No contact needed. An RFID and NFC blocking wallet is your shield. Slim aluminum lining. Holds 10+ cards. Kills skimmer signals completely. EU GDPR compliant for travelers. Price? Around $10 to $25. That's the cost of one coffee to protect every card you own. Stay with me, because Gadget 3 is one most people have never heard of. Gadget 3, USB data blockers, PortaPow. Quick poll. How many of you have plugged your phone into a public charging port at an airport, mall, or hotel? Almost everyone. And here's the nightmare. That port could be loaded with juice-jacking malware, silently dumping your data while your phone charges. The PortaPow USB data blocker is a tiny plastic plug that sits between your cable and any public charger. It allows power to flow in, but physically blocks all data lines. Your phone charges. Your data stays yours. US and EU airport security actually recommends these now. Price? Around $8 for a pack. That's cheaper than the coffee you're sipping at Gate B12. Now let's get into something straight out of a spy movie. Gadget 4. ARF Bug Detectors. Imagine checking into an Airbnb and wondering, is there a hidden camera somewhere? That paranoia is completely valid, because hidden bugs and cameras are a real problem. An RF bug detector is a handheld scanner that sweeps frequencies from 1 MHz all the way up to 8 GHz. It vibrates and beeps when it finds a transmitting bug camera or microphone. Totally legal for personal security use in the US and EU. No bans, no restrictions. Price runs from $30 to $100. Sweep your hotel room in 60 seconds. Sleep easy. But what if the threat is visual, not signal-based? That's exactly what Gadget 5 handles. Gadget 5. Camera lens finders. Here's a wild fact. Camera lenses reflect infrared light in a very specific way, and a camera lens finder exploits exactly that. You look through the viewfinder, press the button, and any hidden lens in the room glows like a cat's eye in headlights. Works on pinhole cameras tucked inside smoke detectors, clocks, even power adapters. EU privacy laws actually encourage the use of these in rental spaces. Price? Around $20. That's date night money for absolute peace of mind. What's next? A $10 piece of tech that can map your entire Wi-Fi neighborhood. Gadget 6, Wi-Fi Signal Analyzers ESP32 based. Do you know how many rogue Wi-Fi access points exist within range of your home right now? Probably more than you think. An ESP32-based Wi-Fi signal analyzer is a tiny programmable board that maps every network around you, detects rogue access points, and can even run authentication tests on your own network. For ethical use only, obviously. USFCC allows low-power testing on your own devices. And the price? Around $10. $10. It's a maker's dream and a hacker's nightmare. Up next, the gadget that broke the internet and got briefly banned from Amazon. Gadget 7, Flipper Zero. If you've been anywhere near the internet in the last 2 years, you've seen this little guy. The Flipper Zero looks like a Tamagotchi, acts like a Swiss Army knife for wireless security. It can emulate RFID cards, NFC tags, infrared remotes, sub-gigahertz signals. Think, testing your own door locks, your own car key, your own office badge. Legal in the US, EU, Canada, and Australia. Amazon briefly banned it, then reversed course. It's sold openly now. Price around $170. Worth every cent if you care about your own security. But what if you need to test your own office computers? Gadget 8 is what red teams actually use. Gadget 8, HackRF Rubber Ducky. This one looks exactly like a USB thumb drive. But the HackRF Rubber Ducky is actually a keystroke injector. Plug it into a computer and it types pre-programmed commands faster than any human could. Security professionals use it to test whether their own machines are vulnerable. In Europe, cybersecurity firms treat this as standard red team equipment. Price? Around $60. Legal for testing your own systems. Misuse? That's a completely different story and a very bad idea. Stay on the right side of the line. And speaking of red teaming, Gadget 9 is the big one that network admins fear. Gadget 9, Wi-Fi Pineapple HackRF. Picture this. You're at a coffee shop. Your phone quietly connects to a network called Starbucks free Wi-Fi. But it's fake. Someone is sitting in the corner watching every packet of data you send. The Wi-Fi Pineapple by HackRF is the device professionals use to test exactly this vulnerability on their own networks. It creates a rogue hotspot, captures authentication handshakes, and reveals every weakness in your setup. Standard pen testing tool in the US and EU requires disclosure for legal use. Price around $100. Knowledge is your defense. Moving on to something you literally wear on your keychain. Gadget 10, YubiKey 5 NFC. What's the #1 way hackers get into accounts? Stolen passwords. Phishing emails. Fake login pages. What stops all of that dead? The YubiKey 5 NFC. It's a physical hardware token, FIDO2 and WebAuthn certified, that you tap or plug in to prove it's really you. Even if someone steals your password, without the physical key, they're locked out completely. Some EU government contracts now mandate these. Price runs $25 to $50. This is the closest thing to unhackable login that actually exists. And Gadget 11? It costs $5 and takes 2 seconds to install. Gadget 11, privacy webcam covers. Mark Zuckerberg tapes over his webcam. James Comey, former FBI director, said everyone should. A privacy webcam cover is a magnetic slider, nanotape-backed, that sits over your laptop or phone camera. One slide to cover. One slide to uncover. Malware that activates your camera remotely cannot see through plastic. Physics wins. Price? Around $5 for a pack. Genuinely the easiest security upgrade you'll make today. Now let's protect your voice. Gadget 12 voice changer devices. Ever wanted to stay anonymous on a call? Maybe you're a journalist, a whistleblower, or just tired of telemarketers recognizing your voice. A real-time voice changer device modulates your voice live with over 20 effects. Deep, high, robotic, completely unrecognizable, legal for privacy and entertainment use in the US and EU. Voice consent laws apply to recordings, not to what you choose to broadcast. Price around $20. Now, what about people trying to listen to your conversations through your windows? Gadget 13. Laser microphone jammers. This sounds like sci-fi, but it's not. Laser microphones can pick up your conversations by bouncing a beam off your window glass and reading the vibrations. From a parking lot, from a building across the street. A laser microphone jammer spins an infrared light pattern that scrambles any incoming laser audio bug completely. Legal as a non-jamming countermeasure in the US and EU. Primarily used in research and executive security setups. Price around $100. And for a lower tech, but equally powerful option. Gadget 14. White noise generators. Your conversations are your business. But directional microphones, even through walls, can pick up what you're saying. A white noise generator floods the room with ultrasonic sound that makes any recording of your voice completely unintelligible. U.S. executive offices, legal firms, and intelligence briefing rooms use these every day. Totally legal. Price around $30. Plug it in. Talk freely. Simple as that. Now let's talk about tracking. Because not all of it is bad. Gadget 15. Mini GPS trackers. Spytec. Imagine your car gets stolen at 2 in the morning. With a Spytec mini GPS tracker hidden inside, you open an app and watch it move in real time. Geofencing alerts ping you the moment your asset leaves a defined zone. Legal for tracking property you own in the US, Canada, Australia, and most of Europe. EU GDPR requires owner consent for tracking people, but your car is yours. Price around $20 plus a subscription. Peace of mind for the price of a pizza. But what if someone put a tracker on you without your knowledge? Gadget 16 exposes them. Gadget 16 AirTag finders, Cube anti-stalking detectors. This one is genuinely important. AirTags and clone trackers have been found hidden in cars, bags, even coat pockets, placed there without consent. An anti-stalking Bluetooth tracker finder, like the Cube, continuously scans for rogue Bluetooth tracking devices around you. Compatible with Apple and Android ecosystems in the US and EU. When it finds something, it alerts you immediately. Price around $25. This might be the most important gadget on this list. Share this one. Now, what about fake cell towers pretending to be your carrier? Gadget 17, IMSI catcher detectors, Stingray detectors. Law enforcement uses devices called Stingrays that impersonate cell towers to track your phone's location and intercept calls. But here's the thing. They're not the only ones with this tech. An IMSI catcher detector, available as apps or dedicated hardware, monitors your connection and alerts you when your phone connects to a suspicious fake tower. Passive detection is fully legal in the US and EU. Privacy advocates and journalists widely use these. Price around $50 for hardware versions. Know when you're being watched. The final 3 gadgets are for the serious pros. Stay with me, because Gadget 18 is absolutely wild. Gadget 18, Proxmark 3. If the Flipper Zero is a Swiss Army knife, the Proxmark 3 is a surgical scalpel. This is the professional-grade RFID and NFC research tool. It reads, analyzes, and clones proximity cards with forensic-level detail. Security researchers and EU labs use this as a standard tool for auditing access control systems. Legal for ethical use and authorized testing. Price around $200. Not for beginners, but if you're serious about card security auditing, this is the gold standard. And for the radio frequency nerds, Gadget 19 will blow your mind. Gadget 19, HackRF One. This is where things get next level. The HackRF One is a software-defined radio that can receive and transmit signals from 1 MHz all the way up to 6 GHz. That covers everything from AM radio to satellite downlinks. It's used for spectrum analysis, signal testing, amateur radio experimentation, and security research. Licensed and compliant with US FCC and EU regulations for amateur radio use. Price around $300. If you want to understand the invisible wireless world around you at a deep level, this is your window into it. And last, but absolutely not least, Gadget 20 M5 Stick-C ESP32 Dev Board. We end with the wild card. The M5 Stick-C is a tiny ESP32 development board, smaller than your thumb, open source, and infinitely programmable. Deploy it as a custom privacy sensor, a signal monitor, a proximity alert, a Bluetooth scanner. The maker community has built thousands of privacy scripts for it. Legal, globally. Open source. No restrictions. Price around $25. It's the ultimate DIY privacy tool for people who want total control. 20 gadgets. All legal, all powerful, all designed to flip the script on surveillance. So, there you go. 20 insane privacy gadgets that put the power back in your hands. Every single link is down in the description below. Which one surprised you most? Drop it in the comments right now. I read every single one. If this video helped you smash that like button, it genuinely helps this channel more than you know. Subscribe if you're not already, because next week we're covering the top 10 apps that are silently collecting your data right now. You'll want to see that one. Until then, stay private, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.